computer. Hi, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to our Monday's training weekly webinar. We have with us Angela Rodriguez, and Angela is going to talk to us about our weekly tips, tech tips, our products, how we can use it. So we recommend you to have paper and a pencil, a pen, somewhere that you can write down all of these tips. And if you have any questions, you can always ask us. Hi, Angela.
Perfect. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. We're coming to the last few days of November. That's exciting and like scary all at once, right? So we're going to talk about how to make the most of these last 3 days of the month and those first few weeks in December too, where before the holiday season really kicks off, we want to take advantage of having great momentum in our business and having a really good start to December as well. So for this webinar, we're going to talk about our product spotlight, the basic skincare set. We're going to talk a little bit about a training opportunity that is coming up for all of us this following month. We're going to go a little bit more in depth about preferred customer club perks and some details about how that works. And we're going to talk about using sets to sell during the holiday season. And for our tech tip, we're going to talk about how to write good text that goes along with our posts on social media. So, and as always, we'll have a call to action to give you some motivation for your week. So our product spotlight is the basic skincare set. Tell us in the chat if any of you already use these Vital Used skincare products, because they are fantastic. If you or your customers are looking for a way to get really, really great skincare without the scariness of the scary stuff that is some of the others, this line is outstanding. It smells so good. For me, I have sensitive skin, and I used to have to use all fragrance-free everything, which is like, it doesn't release a lot of endorphins. It doesn't make you feel like very excited about your routine, but these smell amazing. They're great for all skin types, and they really work, right? So they're powered by nature and science, and they really, really work. So some things that make the Vital Used line really special is that, obviously we're always combining with use the science and nature put together so that we can get really good results, right? So a few key characteristics is the Alpine Moisture Complex, which is where we're taking Swiss glacier water and Edelweiss extract, and we're encapsulating those in liposomes, which basically help the key ingredients get deeper into our skin, penetrate all of the layers of our skin, and also it gives us like this time released effect, so that the effects last for a long time. They're gradually released over 24 hours. We get really deep hydration, and they're going to help fight free radicals that create issues with our skin, like premature aging. Also, snow algae is found in a lot of the Vital Use products. This is an algae that's grown at a really high altitude, almost 10,000 feet in the Alps. And it's when we take its plant power, and put it into these skincare products, it just helps our skin do the things that it used to do when we were young, right? So it's going to decrease the depth of our wrinkles, restore our skin's youthfulness, kind of fill in all the gaps of what our skin used to do and now forgot how to do, right? And then there's a lot of different flower essential oils and extracts in the products. It depends on what the specific need is. There's some like yellow moambe, which are going to go in and tell our skin to produce less oil, for example, for people with oil prone skin, things like that. So there's lots of you'll notice little different oils and extracts that are added in based on the product and the customer's needs. So what we're talking about today is just like the very most basic set, which includes the cleansing gel. The cleansing gel is really special because it has a really high concentration. So a little bit goes a long way. They'll need like the size of a pea, right, to wash their face, which is awesome. It's really high yield, and your customers will notice that it doesn't foam, which is something that we want in high quality skincare, because we don't want harsh foaming agents on our skin. This also has Edelweiss and Provence Rose, which are going to help improve the appearance of our pores and help with some of those anti-aging properties that we are looking for. Well, I'm going to just mention this quickly. In this set for cleansing, we have just the cleansing gel. If you are talking to a client or a customer about their skincare needs and they have high maintenance skin, like for example, I'm in my 30s and I still get breakouts, right? Like hormone-based breakouts and things like that. I have combination skin. I have high maintenance skin. I also would talk about removing makeup before they use this will help improve its effectiveness. We do have our own micellar makeup remover, but tell them to remove makeup before they cleanse with this so it can do its job. And also, I also recommend the tonic afterwards if they have combination skin or things like that, so that they're getting pH balance before they start the next steps of their routine. So it'd be like before this product, the makeup remover beforehand and the tonic afterwards to balance out the pH of their skin. And then, so those aren't included in the set, but I would have that conversation with your customers if they are looking to add things on, especially for high maintenance skin. Then in this set, we also have the day cream with Edelweiss and Summer Snowflake. So this is really cool. This basically to prevent the appearance of wrinkles on our skin, we need two major things. We need to adequately hydrate our skin, and we need to protect it against free radicals. Free radicals end up kind of one cell starts messing with the other and they don't get to do their job correctly. And we want to keep those all happy and in their correct places. So when we do those two things with this day cream, it's going to help make a really big difference on the appearance of our skin over the long term as well. So again, we have that Swiss glacier water and Edelweiss encapsulated in liposomes. It's going to get that deep moisture deep into the 3 layers of our skin, and it's going to last for a long time. And then it also has Summer Snowflake extract, which is going to help slow the signs of aging on our skin and reduce the signs of stress on our skin. It also has this cool little stimulant in it that tells our skin to make its own hyaluronic acid. So it's like a stimulant that tells our skin to keep moisturizing itself, which is super cool. So this is the day cream. It sounds like, oh, it's just like a cream to put on during the day, but it does a lot of cool things. And then the last step would be at the end of the day after cleansing, toning, etc. We also use the redensifying night cream. Now the ingredients are a little bit different in this one, obviously. At night is when our skin does the most renewal, right? That's when we're resting and our skin can really go to work at fighting against the damage that's been done to our skin during the day. So this has that same alpine moisture complex. We get the deep moisture, but it also has crocus extract, which helps to improve cell communication, so that we have better production of the things that our skin needs to produce to keep it looking great. So things like keratinocytes, collagen, and elastin, it's going to go in and tell our skin to keep making those because it forgets over time, right? As we get into, I know I feel the difference for sure in my 30s and beyond, we feel like our skin just kind of stops doing all the jobs that it used to, and it needs a little help. And this will go in and boost it and tell it to keep making those things. Yes. So those are key factors in skin repair and renewal. And the night cream helps tell our skin to keep doing that. So using these three, oops, sorry, and I didn't click it for you. So using those three together is already going to make a big difference in their skin. Like I said, high maintenance skin, tell them also remove makeup beforehand and add in the tonic after cleansing. If you have customers who are really concerned with anti-aging, if people with mature skin or skin that's just been through a lot throughout their lifetime, you would also want to talk to them about the eye contour cream and the skin perfecting serum. Those are going to be more for mature skin that will have a lot more anti-aging effects for them. Okay. Any questions? Go ahead and pop them in the chat, but we're going to be talking about how you can become an expert on these products. Coming up on December 10th, write this down on your calendar. On December 10th, it will be at 9 a.m. Central. We're going to have a class on skincare training via Zoom. And you're going to want to take awesome notes on this. Emily Okado is coming back to teach it. She's like a skincare guru. She's so good at this. And she will explain in a very accessible way how all the science and nature work together in these products and how we can best coordinate them for our customers' needs. All right. So she does a really, really good job with this, and she's going to be offering us this skincare training on Saturday, December 10th. So please write that down. You already got this information in one of your weekly updates. So you already have that. I know last Monday it came out. It might be in the one for today as well. I haven't checked it yet. But please take advantage of this opportunity. It will make such a big difference. This is a great way to make a lot of money with your business, but it's also a great way to feel really confident talking about this entire skincare line with your customers. Okay, so let us know if you're planning on attending that in the chat. I'm so excited for it. And Emily does an awesome job teaching about this topic. Okay, so for our business tools, last week we talked about Preferred Customer Club basics, right? Like, where do you get the link to let people sign up for it? What are the basic perks that they get with it. So you should be offering Preferred Customer Club to people who already love the products, who buy often, etc. Want to have, like, if they're going to be on the Vital Use skincare routine, for example, this would be a good option for them to save money on it throughout the year. And basically, when I pitch this to customers, I say, okay, so the Preferred Customer Club is you pay $29 to sign up for the year. You get 10% off of all your Preferred Customer Club orders throughout the year, and you get a percentage back to use the following month. That's like the fast way to talk about it, right? You sign up for $29 for the whole year, 10% off all your PCC orders. You get a percentage back from that in use dollars to use the following month. That's the easiest way to just, like, your 30-second elevator pitch. However, we as consultants need to know the details a little bit better, right? So we also want to create a really special environment for our PCC members, which is very like VIP and inviting. And we share special offers with them, and just like, they're kind of like the first to know things, right? I have a chat for mine. Some people have a Facebook group for theirs, or a WhatsApp chat, depends on what your customer base looks like. But create a special environment where you're like, thanks for being in my PCC. Do you want to join this exclusive group to get, the first dibs on all of our offers. And like we already said, for enrollment, you just click on your sponsoring button in your business app and share that with people so that they can sign up. And here's a cool perk with this, that $29 fee. If your PCC members spend $500 or more total throughout that year, the next year's fee is waived. They don't have to pay $29 the following year. Once they place their next order in the next year, like within that first month, they also get a free essential oil delivered to them. So like with that first order of the following year. So lots of cool perks just for your customers who buy a product on a regular basis. They can use the PCC customer app. We've already talked about that. Now, remember that 10% discount applies to sale prices. They get some special deals that are only for the PCC, but also it's excuse me, it's important to remember that 10% discount does not go towards spa orders. It's only towards like when they are logged in as a PCC member and placing an order. So if they're buying from someone else's spa, that 10% does not apply through a spa order. What I will often do is, if I have PCCs ordering from my spa, I will offer them like a free shipping code or something like that, because I just like to treat them like a VIP all the time. Yeah. But that's up to you. Now, for used dollars, we talked about this briefly, right? Used dollars, when a PCC member places an order, they get a percentage back to use later. Yes. So the more consecutive months a PCC member places an order, like a qualifying order of $35 or more retail, the more used dollars they earn. So they start off at 5%, but they have the potential to get up to 20% used dollars back, which can add up to a lot. Like that, it depends on kind of what their purchases look like, but that can add up to a lot. So think of it as like their goal is every month to place an order of $35 or more retail. And the first 3 months that they do that, they're going to be getting 5% back in use dollars to use later. Yes. But if they continue to do that, then the months 4 through 6, they're going to be earning 10% back on that. The next 3 months, 7 through 9, that they do that, they'll go up to 15%. And then the following 3 months, they'll go up to 20%. But in order to keep going up, they have to keep placing qualifying orders of $35 or more every single month. But that's a really cool perk, right? For your people who are buying every month for skincare or, whatever, this is a really cool perk. So I'm going to go over the details in this, but if at any point you're like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of numbers and math, you can always just look this information up as needed, as it comes up with your customers later. In Virtual Office, just go to Business Tools, Used PCC, and you'll see like the overview. And at the bottom, there's some links for extra information that consultants and customers need to know. And you can look up the details there. Sometimes, this happens months later and you need to know where to go to answer their questions. Okay. So I'm going to give you some examples of what this might look like. Sorry if this chart is kind of small, but it's just as big as I can make it here. So think of, okay, if this is an example customer, right? And in January, February, and March, they have placed qualifying orders of $35 or more. They have earned 5% back those first 3 months on each of those orders. And notice how it can keep accumulating. As long as they keep placing orders, they can hold on to those used dollars to use them later on. Okay. April, May, June, they also placed a qualifying order of $35 a month or more each month. Now they're earning 10% back those next 3 months. July, August, September, they also placed qualifying $35 or more orders. Now they're getting 15% back on all of those. And then October, November, December, they are also placing a qualifying order every month. Now they're getting 20% back on those. As long as they are placing an order every month, they can hold on to their use dollars and accumulate them to use when they want, okay? As long as they are placing an order every month. Does that make sense? Now, this is the best way for your PCC members to get the most out of their membership, right? They're going to keep all their use dollars. They can accumulate them if they want to. They're getting the maximum amount back, etc. Now, if they are placing an order every month, but not $35 or more, okay, that's all right. Maybe 1 month they place an order for $30. That's okay. They're going to still be able to accumulate their used dollars, but they're going to stop going up in their percentage. Does that make sense? So like they're still placing their monthly order, but they forgot that it had to be $35 or more. Not a huge deal. Like let's say this customer was earning 5% for 3 months straight, and then places an order of $30. Oh, so now the next month they're only going to earn 5%, and their 3-month cycle starts again. So they have to go up 3 months again of qualifying orders to move up to their 10%. So it's not a big deal, but you really want to make sure that they understand that they should be placing an order $35 or more every month if they want to make the most of their discounts. Okay. And here's another example to like if a customer is placing an order every month, but 2 in a row are not $35 or more, then their percentage that they're earning is going to go down 5%. Okay. And then they'll have to kind of start their cycle over again, 3 months at that in order to go up again. And the last one, if your customer does not place an order 1 month, right? They place a qualifying order in January, they place a qualifying order in February, but then they don't place an order in March, they're going to go back down to 5%. So even if they were earning 15 at that point, the next month they're going to go back down to 5%, and they're going to lose accumulated used dollars. So this is why when I talk to my customers about those use dollars, I say you earn a percentage back to use the following month. It helps remind them that those are going to expire if they're not meeting qualifications like this. So, and I don't like to throw all this information at my customers. If I have a customer who's really into discounts and really wants to know this, I will explain this all to them, or I will send them screenshots or whatever. But I want to keep it simple of earn your 10% back, place a qualifying order of $35 or more every month, and get those used dollars back to use the following month. It doesn't hurt to just keep using them the following month. Then they don't have to worry about losing them. Okay. Excuse me. Any questions about that at this point? I highly recommend looking this up in your virtual office or on your app and going through it at your own pace as well. It will help make a lot more sense. But it's good to just have this resource, know that exists, so that you're not telling them that they can keep their use dollars forever when if they're not placing an order every month, they will lose them. Okay. All right, so PCC has lots of perks for our customers, but we want to make sure that they understand it well. Don't throw all of that information at them at first, but give them the basics so that they're getting accurate information. And some other PCC perks that our customers have, when they refer a new PCC member, the new PCC member gets 10% or $10 to use in their first 30 days after they sign up. And when they do that, when they place an order in their first 30 days, the referring member, the PCC member who referred them, also gets $10. So how you can do this, if your customer really wants to refer a friend to their PCC, if they have the app, they can get a link from there. Or if they're struggling with the technology and you want to help them, what I will do is I will take like the PCC sponsoring link from my app, and I just switch out my consultant number in it for their PCC number, their PCC ID, and then that should work as well, so that they can sign up a friend. It's still my PCC account, but they get the referral benefits from signing up that way. Yes, so that's another cool thing. If you have questions about that as it comes up, let us know. But encourage them to recommend the PCC to friends. And for loyalty, they get lots of incentives. Like for us as consultants, there are a lot of incentives for us as well. So when they pay that $29 fee, we receive our regular 25% retail profit from the fee itself. So selling the PCC membership is like selling product. We make our commission off of that as well. And then when they place PCC orders, we earn 20%. I look at this as like, okay, so normally I would be earning 25% commission on this, right? But I'm giving 5% of that as a discount to my customer, and the company is giving them that other 5% so that they get 10% off of everything. And I am totally fine with that, right? They are much more motivated because they are saving all the time, right? So my PCC members purchase every month, or if not every month, every other month. Like it's great to have that consistency for my personal sales as well. And I just stay in contact with them more, just like giving them reminders of like, oh, have you used your use dollars this month, etc. And if you have a PCC member who also wants to become a consultant, they can save they can get a $25 coupon to use on their business kit as well. So that's something to look into if you have PCC members who are expressing interest in selling to others. Okay. All right. So any other questions about PCC, please pop them in the chat. But definitely go into those resources and business, virtual office, business materials, and use PCC, and you can get all of that information that we just talked about. Okay. Take advantage of that. It's huge for making a consistent business. And now we want to talk about some other quick tips for sales right now, and we want to talk about selling sets over the holidays. So what are some benefits of selling used sets especially during this time of year and all year round, if you ask me? We are simplifying the process for our customers by giving them a set that meets their needs, instead of having them like have all these specific, like all these individual products in mind that they have to go look on individually on the website, because we kind of lose them if things get complicated and they're like, okay, I want anti-stress, but do I want the 10 mil roll-on, or do I want the 5 mil roll-on, or the 20 mil bottle, or like they start overthinking it, and it gets confused. It can like, they can not get all the way to the end of their cart, if you know what I mean, right? So it's also just more convenient if we can share one link with them. They click on it, they add it to their cart, they go to checkout, and they're done. Right? I have a lot of people who struggle with technology when I do spa events and things like that too. And it's nice if I can just give them like, I recommend this set for what you need. This is what the different products do in it. Here's the link if you'd like to order, and then you can just make it really easy. Also, with a lot of our sets, they save money versus buying each piece individually. So not in necessarily every single set, but in a lot of them, they are saving a percentage on the products by getting them in that set. And like I said, we can share that one link with them and we're done. And it makes it really, really easy. So just remember, if you're sharing a link to a set with a customer, if you are buying through if they're just buying through your personal website, and it is a set that is loaded onto your personal website, like the Aroma Blend is there, for example, all you need to do is search the set on your personal website, click this little link button, and they'll get like a tiny URL that you can share with them. If they are buying from a spa, or if it's something that doesn't show up on your personal website, like you have to click shop and look for it on the shopping website. If you are on the shopping website or in a spa website, you can find a set and get the URL from the website, whether it's within the spa or within a personal website, like the holiday aromatherapy set, for example. It doesn't show up on my personal website, but it's on the shopping site because it's a newer set. And what I do is I take this, that's a really long link, right? And I just take that over into Bitly, which is a website. I just create an account, I put in my long URL, and it gives me a short version of it. Yeah. So then I can copy that short version of the URL and share it with customers. And that's a lot easier. So use things like Bitly. If you are pulling from the shopping website, grab the URL from the top, put it in something like Bitly or Tiny URL to get a cute little link to share with your customers. Otherwise, it takes up like a lot. And I just feel like really long links look kind of spammy. So I like a short, cute link that I can pop in there that they can click on, make life easy. Okay. Let us know if you have any questions about that, but simplify life this holiday season by sharing sets so that we're able to get our customers to close on those sales a lot easier. They don't get frustrated with the website. They don't question a million things. Like, it's just, here's an easy way to get started, and they can go from there. I also recommend, if you're like, okay, so that's how I share sets with people, but how do I get people engaged in wanting to buy these sets for the holidays? I highly recommend, like today I'm going live on my business page, which I then share to my Facebook group, but I'm going to do some connecting and engaging with my customers of, okay, so I know Black Friday weekend has gone. We're still in Cyber Monday, right? But sometimes we're still stuck on people on our list where we want to get them something. We don't just want to buy them like a random scarf or a pair of socks. We want to get them something special. And I'm going to invite my customers to share needs or people that they have in mind. They don't have to share names. Just tell me, like, I have a friend who's always really stressed at work, right? Or I have, my mom's hands are always really dry, or something like that. And I'm just going to invite them to share needs with me. And then I'm going to reach out with them and ask some more questions and share gift options with them. Now, I'm going to add, like a quick link for a set or something like that, based on what the person's needs are. But I'm also probably going to share a little expertise of, like, oh, you know what? It sounds like she would really like our hand and foot care cream, and our hand and foot care set, right? Our chamomile hand cream and the pedi cream. That would be here's why they're special. Explain their benefits. I personally like to give that in a gift with a pair of cotton gloves that they can put over their hands at night, and maybe some warm socks for the holidays or something like that. Like, I give them extra tips. Or, oh, you know what, you're looking for something meaningful to give to your kids' teachers. Well, we know that teachers are often stressed. I recommend the Essential 3 roll-on set, and putting that in a cute little box with a handmade card from the student saying what they most appreciate about their class or about them as a person, so that you have like some heart and some, like, hey, I appreciate how stressful your job is, and I would like to help you feel better during the day, right? So just try to think of ways how you can share some creativity and some expertise of how to make a great gift with the options that we have available, based on the people's needs that they have on their list, on their holiday list that they're still shopping for. I also, when we are gifting used, I often offer to send like a how-to card, whether it's a brochure that we already have or something that I make and print out for them, like a little how-to card that they can include with their gift, so that the person knows how to use the products correctly. I used to get, I think I hear this from all kinds of people, that they get like essential oils for birthdays or for Christmas or something like that, and they have no idea what they're used for or how to use them safely. And we don't want that to happen. So also, as you're talking about gifting, always offer to send information to the person that they can share with the person receiving the gift. Okay. So hopefully that helps give you some inspiration about how to talk about holiday gifting with your customer groups this week. Okay, so let's move on to our social media tips. A few things that we've been talking about lately: creating stories in Instagram, using story highlights to keep those stories there in a permanent place on our Instagram profile, and also making reels from those story highlights to make kind of like a little commercial for your business page on Instagram. You just hold and press a story highlight, go to convert to reel, and you can kind of edit a little commercial with your story highlights. Those are some things that we've talked about in terms of Instagram in recent webinars. Now, today we're going to talk about making the most of texts of the text that we include under our posts. This is mostly focused on Instagram, but it also applies to Facebook and places like that. Also, TikTok is kind of a different realm. I don't put a ton of text on TikTok, but you can. But this is mostly focused on Instagram and Facebook posts and how to make the most of the text. So think of it as, when you post something on social media, you want to first make sure that you are putting something in your first few words that hook your audience in and make them want to read more, because they only see a little bit of text under your post, especially on Instagram. They have to click to see more if they are interested. So make sure that you're always starting with like your key, most relevant information. What would my key audience be looking for with this post, right? In that post, try to talk about needs that people have, like we do with our needs cards, etc. If you have this need, here is a good option for meeting that need. Try to tell stories or give experiences or examples that engage your audience's emotions, where they're like, oh yeah, I've felt that before. This is something that I'm interested in. Tell stories I use a lot of personal experiences and also customer testimonials to tell stories around the products to give them more credibility. Share valuable product information. You can sometimes list the benefits or what makes them special compared to other options in the field, etc. Not naming other companies or anything like that, but just saying like, this is something that really makes this product stand out. And think of it as, okay, the way an Instagram algorithm works is when someone is browsing your content, the algorithm, if they spend more time on your content, the algorithm is going to identify your content as relevant and meaningful and valuable. So more people are going to see your content popping up for them to look at, right? So think of it that way too, is by writing high quality text where your reader takes a moment and sits with your content and reads and explores it, that's going to help boost your algorithm so that it is shown to more people out in the public sphere of Instagram. Yeah. Okay, so here's an example. This one is in Spanish, but I just want to kind of show you, like this is an example of someone who's engaging their customers via emotions. I'm in full raising my kid mode, right? I'm in a mood of raising my kids today. It's important to have those good relationships with them and connect with them. And I'm so grateful that my job with Boost allows me to spend time with them. I'm so grateful for that. And I think that time is really gold, right? Like time is like gold. And then she's inviting her customers to say like, or her audience to say, are you in the same mood? Like where you are so grateful for that time. You want to be able to spend it with your family. I love having this flexible gig, etc. So, and she follows it up with some hashtags that are related to the topic of this post. Yes. So this is one way where she's engaging with her audience with a hook right from the start, telling stories that relate to the emotions that her audience, her key audience will be feeling, etc. Okay. Now, a few other tips when writing text for a post. You want it to be concrete and concise. How can you make an impact with the fewest amount of words? You want it to have a pleasant appearance and be easy to follow. So in order to do that, you want to use some relevant emojis. Don't overdo it, but a few emojis to create some color and to catch your reader's eye. You want to separate your ideas, right? So separate into chunks of information, leaving spaces in between. Speak in your everyday speech. Like so I've seen some people maybe just like copy and paste off of the website. And that is not you putting your personal touch on it. You want to explain things in your regular tone, your regular speech. Add your expertise, extra tips, extra ways of how you use it, how your customers have used it, what it can be combined with, etc. Add at least 3 to 5 hashtags, and then give them a specific call to action at the end. So notice here on this post, on this example post, okay, so here's the key information about the new Pebble diffuser and kind of the gist of that, and then like some excitement emojis to show like, oh, we're so excited about this diffuser, right? And then using either stars or the pointer finger or a check mark or a plant-based emoji, you can kind of make your list stand out of the different benefits or functions that you're talking about. And then at the end, try to use a specific call to action before you add in your hashtags, right? So send me a direct message to learn more, check out the link in my bio, things like that. If you want to give a specific call to action, look at your bio and see where can my customer click easily to get in contact with me or to go to my website. Give them a specific call to action at the end so they do something when they're done reading. Yes. So that's kind of just a good example of like a good amount of text, how to separate the ideas and how to use a few key emojis to make it stand out and look nice. Yeah. Okay. So any questions about making the most of your text on your post? I know this is something that I struggle with sometimes because I feel like I don't want to take as much time to write it all out, but knowing this information about the algorithm and how, just having like a kind of a system in place. So like, this is a checklist of things that make my time worth it when I'm posting something on Instagram or Facebook. Try this and see if it changes your results. Okay. All right, so our call to action for this week, we want you to focus on selling 5 sets. We talked about how to share those links, how to make it really easy for your customers. Or if you're selling in a different way, try to get to at least $600 in sales this week. See if you can do it. See if you can do it. We want to end November strong and start December strong. Let's go for it. And also just focus on writing some high quality posts on your business social media this week. So make sure you're including a hook. You're incorporating valuable stories, experiences, benefits, tips, your expertise about the product. Give them a specific call to action. Click this to do this, or go to this link. I mean, Instagram doesn't let us put live links on the post, right? But go to my bio, go to the link in my bio. I have a link tree there that tells you what to do. Add 3 to 5 hashtags. Make high quality posts to see if it helps you get more interaction. When we spend a little more time, it can make it so worth it. Okay. All right. So then